Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the rat people and the ox people. It is a bit of a late one. I have had a bit of a hectic weekend and it is only just finished, so I do apologise. But let's get this rat reading out for you guys this week. Let's see where we're at. Let's just give these a quick shuffle and then we'll see where we are. Let's leave it there, I think. And we'll go one from the bottom, one from the middle, one from the top. What have we got? Oh, we got 3 blacks. Okay, 3 blacks. Let's see what's underneath, hiding below. So straight off the get-go, we've got a rat there in the negatives. So this is definitely something personal, something to do with you in a very obvious way. And that rat is a doer card as well, so there's definitely stuff that you need to be getting done, things that you need to be getting on with. Potentially this has got something to do with family, and you're having a few family problems at the moment. Maybe something that is that needs to be resolved, or something that needs to be spoken about, talked about. You need to communicate, have a bit more of a one-on-one or a little chat, or just express yourself a little bit. Try not to compete for feelings, try not to compete with each other or let your egos get the better of each other. I say each other as if there's another person. It could be other people or something that you are up against, but I do see this has got something to do with a romantic level or a one-to-one or some sort of family member. It's not a conflict, it's just something that needs to be resolved, something that needs to be spoken about, something that you need to kind of come to a conclusion with, and basically make a plan of action to help the situation, to put things right, to make it better again, not to dwell on it, not to create animosity or create some kind of hostility or some sort of awkward, uncomfortable atmosphere between you and this person or people or this thing or whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff that you need to get done in this respect, as in communication, resolution, maybe even a bit of negotiation, some compromise. If you're going to make this work or make it better, you've got to put in the effort. That's the rat, basically, putting in that extra effort. And you're not afraid of challenges. We've got that rooster there coming in as a critical card as well. As I say, these are all negative, but it doesn't mean it's all bad. Black doesn't always mean an attack. But that rooster there, again, it's a critical card. And the one thing that the rooster and the rat do find as an incompatibility is that, again, communication. Rats and roosters have a difficulty in communication. That tells me that there is a bit of a communication problem happening here. Something that is, again, it needs to be resolved. You need to focus on this and basically resolve this the best you can in the most sort of amicable ways that you can. You don't want to create extra hostility or unnecessary hostility. This is a time for you to try and be as patient as much as you can. Try and hold yourself together. As I say, don't let yourself get too egotistical or think that you're right, or that, you know, it should be you that wins or gets what you want. Yeah, there's a bit of an argument going on here. I find it maybe some sort of competition between, again, like I say, egos here. Maybe potentially nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just you're wound up about unnecessary stuff, you know? You're worried about things that aren't necessarily important. Not to say that they're not important, more, it's almost like it's trivial stuff. Like, you could get through this, you could resolve this, you could get over this, you could get through it. And with proper planning, communication and patience, you probably will. But what you've also got to remember here is that rooster is going to come in all critical. And I think that's what this is now. You're being judged and judging others in return. Or this something, someone. You're becoming very hostile, or at least you're feeling disrespected. You're feeling like you need to be heard. You want to be heard. It's not fair. But it's not like it doesn't matter. It's almost like it's trivial. Like you could just put this behind you. You could compromise, communicate, talk, and you could overcome this in a more productive way, in a more sort of win-win scenario instead of a lose-lose. Because I think that's what's going to happen here. You're both headed towards the same sort of similar outcome here, where you're basically just arguing with each other. You're going back and forth, and it is definitely a conflict here, because that horse is the direct conflict to the rat. If you want to know more about the conflict cards and things like this, then hit that subscribe button, because we'll be doing videos on that in the future. But that horse there, that is a clear sign that there is definitely something going on very close to home. There is frustration here, and I think again it's just butting heads with somebody, struggling for control, struggling to prove a point, struggling to say your piece. And I think really without actually wanting to resolve this, you're just in it for the challenge, in it for the fight, in it for the argument. You know, for argument's sake, you're basically just going around in circles here, and I think that you both want to take the lead, and you both want what you want, or you're all involved in this. You just need to be willing to listen and have a bit more flexibility. Try and be a little bit more flexibility to resolve this, to work together. That's the only way that you're going to be able to get through this, is working together and come to conclusions for resolution, whatever that resolution may be, or whatever you decide, or however you decide to resolve that. That rat card and that horse card, they're both conflict cards, with a rooster card stuck in the middle. That's all miscommunication. That is all the need to talk, to air it out, to express yourself, and to think about it too. Not just talk and just basically just start saying what you want them to hear or things like this, but think about it. Think about what it is that you actually want from this, and what you're actually looking for, or what you're trying to get from it. The resolution. To find the resolution, you need to work on it. Working together, because you're gonna start to become agitated, frustrated. You're gonna start losing your temper. You're gonna want to start to run away, to bolt, to just get out and move, or just sort of give up and move on. And that's not going to solve anything for anybody. That's not going to help any situation here. You can't ignore this. You can't move on from it. And as much as you want to run away from it, or you would choose to, that's just self-sabotage. That's basically just setting yourself up for a fail. And that's not what we do, is it? Let's be fair. There's a challenge to overcome. There is a hurdle to overcome. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be a rat person. I just think that you're concentrating too much on trying to prove your point, or trying to win. And that's not necessarily the way forward here. That's not necessarily something that's going to be productive. It's going to basically start pulling you back around, and you're just going to end up back into the same conversation, the same argument, the same discussion, the same disagreement. You need to find resolution, and you need to think about it, and you need to think about it good. I mean, that rooster is the thinking card. It's from the thinking triangle. You got a lot of thinking to do on this, planning and thinking. And of course, the horse is an action card, so you got planning, thinking, and action here. And you can resolve this, and you will resolve this. It just might not be as favourable to you as you would want it to be. But we'll find out next week, won't we, rat people, when we come back and we do another reading for the rat people. We will be straight back after this video for a video for the ox people. So if you are born in the year of the ox, then do stay tuned for that one. If not, and you are just a rat watching the rat readings, then I will see you in a video next week when we come back on Monday for another rat reading. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.